Hi, my name is Shannon Garland, and I'm a lecturer in the Global Art Studies program at the University of California, Merced. I study indie music or independent music, and that includes the question of what is a genre or kind of aesthetic category, and what is a mode of production, so to speak. I research how this music circulates around the globe across different sites, mostly in big cities, but not always. So this has to do with how bands are able to get the kind of media promotion that they need, especially with social networking in order to have an audience, how they're able to gain audiences in cities very far away from where they're from. For example, if they're from San Francisco, how is it that they're able to go play in São Paulo, Brazil? And I mostly track the circulation between the United States and Brazil and Chile. One of the things I'm most passionate about is the fieldwork aspect of research. So I was really lucky. I got to go basically hang out in São Paulo and in Santiago and go to shows and talk to people about what music they like, why they like it, why they're passionate about it, and try to learn about the kinds of aesthetic ideas and kind of social values that people have that make them keep on doing what they're doing despite actually quite a lot of difficulty in doing it. One of the things that I researched in Brazil, which was continues to be very interesting for me, is a group called Fora do Eixo. This was an organization in which the different cultural collectives that were located throughout the country tried to very strategically coordinate with each other in order to have bands move around the countries, playing different shows or even setting up festivals. They were a group made up of volunteers. Basically, no one was getting paid to do it. And they were doing it because they were so passionate about producing music. And they also started getting into other questions like environmental activism, other kinds of political activism. And they invented their own currency in order to do this. And this is something that created a lot of debate within the indie music sector in Brazil. So the kind of connection between political parties, union movements, and this kind of cultural activism sector is one of the most fascinating things for me about that group. Currently, I'm researching some of new kind of startup companies that are global and that I see have very similar dynamics to indie production that I researched. So one of those, for example, is something called So Far Sounds. These are essentially small shows, house shows. The company promotes intimate experiences in unusual venues like people's apartments or houses, or sometimes there will be like a business space, a new cafe or something like that. It's very similar to the indie dynamics I studied, in the sense that people want to get involved because they like the community, they like the atmosphere, they like the music. So upcoming this fall, I'm going to be teaching elements and cultures of hip hop, meaning in music, and global popular music. In the spring, I'll repeat some of those and also teach one that I'm really excited about called Economies of the Arts, or Arts Economies. What I really enjoy about teaching, for one, is that I get to learn a lot. I get to learn a lot preparing for the courses, and I get to learn a lot from the students. Every student always comes in with their own histories of engagement with music, different technologies or platforms that they use, and just different artists that I just would not have heard of if I hadn't interacted with them. And at the same time, I really enjoy introducing music to students that they might not have known about, and trying to get them to think about some kind of larger social questions that studying those musics might help us answer or think about or have questions about.